I solemnly swear that the testimony you will give before the committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The record will indicate that each of the witnesses answered in the affirmative. Your prepared statements that have been submitted to us will be in the record in full. We'd like to ask if you would to try to limit the oral presentation to around 5 minutes. We have a clock. When it's turned on, it will be green for 4 minutes, and then turn yellow for 1 minute, and after 5 minutes will be red. When you see the red light, it would be a good time to summarize and conclude. Mr. Gentleman, we're pleased to have you, and there's a button on the base of the mic. Be sure it's on. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
So, Chairman Waxman, Ranking Member Davis, distinguished members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today to discuss defense-based act insurance. I'm Dick Gentleman, and I serve as Deputy Director of Defense Procurement and Acquisition Policy in the Office of the Secretary of Defense for Acquisition Technology and Logistics. I have more than 37 years' experience in government and commercial business in a variety of acquisition positions. Before assuming this job, I held several private sector positions, including Vice President of the line of business at General Dynamics. I also served the United States Navy for 30 years, retiring as a Rear Admiral Supply Corps. In the past, DoD permitted its overseas contractors to purchase the required DBA insurance from any insurance company approved for this purpose by the Department of Labor. In our April 1996 report to Congress, we compared the State Department's and AID's DBA rates to sampling of rates paid by DoD contractors. We found that in most cases, our rates were lower than those paid by state and AID, sometimes significantly lower. We found that many firms purchased DBA insurance at very favorable rates as riders to their regular stateside workers' compensation insurance programs. In addition, except for a few isolated instances, DoD contractors were not having problems obtaining DBA coverage. We were concerned that the umbrella contracting approach did not provide an incentive for improving a company's safety record. Since all companies pay the same rate, there is no incentive for a company to be proactive about keeping rates down through better safety records, and thus be more competitive in the marketplace. Further, with a single contract with one rate, we would not be able to take advantage of the lower premiums available to industry for the majority of areas to which we were sending contractors at the time. After 9/11 and during the beginning of the Iraq War, however, we received complaints from companies doing business in Iraq concerning DBA insurance. They complained that the rates for the insurance had increased significantly, going from $4 to over $20 per $100 of employee salary. And in some cases, they could not obtain DBA insurance at all. Also, minimum premium payments of $15,000 to $25,000 hit small businesses particularly hard. To determine if a single mandatory contract approach for DBA would provide cost savings for DoD, we sponsored a pilot program with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Although the Corps' pilot program was competed, only CNA International submitted an offer. CNA's initial contract established worldwide DBA insurance rates of $5 to $8.50 per employee salary for services and construction, respectively, which were below the range of $10 to $21 GAO cited for contract workers in Iraq in their 2005 report. While the Corps found that several small and local businesses were now able to obtain lower DBA insurance rates for Iraq and obtain insurance where they were previously denied, the Corps also discovered that in certain non-war zone areas, their umbrella DBA rates were sometimes higher than what individual contractors were previously obtaining. This is expected under the concept of risk pooling, where lower risk areas would pay a higher premium than the higher risk areas. In April of 2008, CNA and the Corps agreed to a contract modification setting up 2 additional labor categories for security and for aviation with materially higher rates. This occurred because CNA was incurring significant losses in the war zone, such as Iraq, and that it could no longer continue contract performance at the current rates. They agreed to a $10.30 and a $17.50 rate for $100 of employee salary for security and aviation, respectively, which are similar to the same rates at state. A pilot program goal is to provide data to build and to present to our office and the Army a formal business case to determine if the pilot should be expanded to Army and DoD-wide. To help the Corps develop such a case, the Army Audit Agency recently agreed to review the results of the pilot program to determine if it warranted permanent placement of the Corps and warrant further extension into the Army. To build this business case, the Department will pursue collecting DBA data from the top 50 defense contractors, Once the Army's audit review is complete and we've collected the additional data, the Corps will develop the business case and we will review the results to determine the department's next steps. Mr. Chairman, I thank the committee for your interest in our efforts and would be happy to address any questions.